Hi, welcome to the Marketing Minute. I am going to share some ideas on showrooming and webrooming with you. I was going through some notes the other day and I thought, oh, that would make a good topic, so I decided to share some ideas. And many of you are probably familiar with this technique or these terms, and if not, I'm going to share some information with you. I have not been able to find very current information, so this is going to be pre-COVID type of information. There was a study done in 2017, and it showed that 71% of consumers are still shopping online to find the best price. However, they do like to purchase in store as well. So there's some information here that I will tell you about what people are looking for when they do go online. So when they do look online, they're primarily looking for product information, they're comparing prices, they are searching for deals, promotions, or coupons. They might have checked an email that came to them and are looking to find out more about what is being promoted. They may have subscribed to something in a store at some point, or they might have liked, tweeted, commented on something in social media, and now they're connected and looking for information. It does vary on the type of product to see what people are using, and there's research on that you can take a look at. I won't get into the details on that. And obviously, shoppers do more research for certain big ticket products that they're shopping, which means that showrooming and webrooming phenomena affects some retail niches disproportionately. They are more likely for durable and higher price categories such as consumer electronics, mobile products, furniture, and so on, to be doing online research prior to buying, whether the store was in person or the purchase was in person, or whether they went to a store. It also shows that shoppers are more likely to buy durable products such as books, music, electronics, and so on, rather than consumables, which are things like groceries, medicine, and beverages. So they're more likely to buy those products online. And we have certainly seen a shift in that. So again, this research is dated. Keep that in mind. And again, these topics relate primarily to consumer products, and I keep thinking of how can we use some of this information. Are there some applications in the B2B world? So you can be thinking that as well if you work in the B2B world. So let's talk just a little bit about what showrooming and webrooming are to make sure that we are all clear on the definitions. So showrooming is when a shopper visits a store to check out a product and then buys the product online. This occurs often when people are seeing and touching, looking at merchandise, and they want to find a lower price with online vendors. And of course, we're all pretty familiar with how often people do this when they are an Amazon shopper, which probably has been leading the way in that phenomenon. Webrooming, on the other hand, is the opposite. So while showrooming has retailers concerned with people coming in to look at things and then going away to buy online, webrooming is where consumers research products online and then go into the store for a final evaluation and purchase in the store. So there has been a lot of gloom and doom talk about how showrooming was going to affect the profits of retailers. And again, COVID has thrown all that stuff kind of out the window. However, I thought I would share with you some information on the statistics prior to COVID, and just keep this in mind that things have shifted. Prior to COVID, 69% of people were webrooming and 46 were showrooming. So actually more people were doing the research online and then buying in the store. So that's kind of interesting. And this has changed a little bit, again, prior to COVID, because retailers started doing more multi-channel shopping and using e-commerce. So they were integrating their own process. And they have also done a better store, a lot of retailers, on making better in-store experiences. And they've been engaging in more training to build a more knowledgeable sales staff. They've got click and collect options, so you can order and pick up in the store. And there's some in-store amenities like Wi-Fi and events that retailers have used. And smartphone discounts might nudge a person to go into the store to shop. So there have been a number of things that retailers have done to increase the traffic in the store. Now, it will be interesting when we are past the COVID crisis to see how all of this plays out. And I put some statistics on the flip chart here so you could see, because it's a little bit much to try to listen to statistics and figure out what I'm saying. So in some research that was done, 47% of people do not want to pay for shipping. So one of the reasons that they prefer web rooming to showrooming is that they don't want to pay shipping, and they think if they're going to be ordering online that they're going to have to ship. And they don't want to wait. 23% said they don't want to wait for the product to be delivered. 46% said that they like to go to the store to touch and feel a product before they buy it. 36% said that they want to be able to get a price match if they found it online. And 37% said the option of being able to return something in the store is a really good option. Now we know, again, things have evolved over time, and a lot of online purchases can be returned to stores if there are stores that are in that company, usually. So some of the things that also can be done is to go multi-channel. Here's some options for organizations, is to go multi-channel. Have a cohesive customer experience across multiple channels, and then you are more likely that they will probably research online and still come into the store to purchase. In one place, a retailer generated 190% more revenue by doing a multi-channel approach. So if you're in a retail type setting and can do a multi-channel approach, check that out. It could work really well. Second is to engage, down here on the bottom of my sheet, customers with great service and incentives. So again, when people come into the store, they can have the human connection. You can make great service and treat them really, really well. And you might be able to give them some incentives because they came into the store. So keep that in mind. The third thing here, down on the very bottom of my list, is to engage shoppers' opinions. So when people are in a store, you can have them pick out their store or their phone, and they could do some updates on the phone. They could do some, provide some input. Another idea that's kind of fun is have people take picture in the store of them in the clothes that you might sell or sitting on the couch that you might sell, and then have them post it on Twitter or Facebook or some other social media. And you could incorporate some contests and giveaways and coupons with these ideas as well. So in another study, it shows that 90% of people's buying decisions are influenced by online reviews. So obviously we know those online reviews are pretty important. So stay on top of your reviews. The fourth thing I put over here is to turn your store into a showroom. And a number of companies started doing this earlier in 2018 and 19, where instead of actually having a traditional store, they had more of a showroom. And so that got people to come in and look at the products in a different way. And that, frankly, is how Tesla sets up their stores, because they don't have that many models and they only have a couple available for people to look at. So the fifth point here is to keep your customers engaged after they leave your store. So if you can, you get their email addresses, you find out where they are on social media, you use different tools, and there are tools available. You might set up a loyalty program, you might have some post-purchase communication plan. So let's say they were in the store and made a purchase, that then you have some follow-up that is done via online methods, and you could use email marketing and promotion to get customers to come back into your store. So those are just a few basics on showrooming and webrooming, and I hope there is some ideas that you are able to use. And again, if you're in a B2B space, think about what can you do to take some of these ideas and incorporate them in the B2B world. Thanks.